Hello, I'm Jennifer with Voiyoo Digital and Social Media Marketing for the home service pros like you, plumbers and electricians, landscapers, house cleaners, you name it. Those people that make your house run, those people, you, that make it look great. Today I wanted to talk about advertising and marketing because maybe you're at a point in your career, in your business, where you have painted for everybody you know, you've painted for all their friends, and while you've built up a good referral system, which has been helpful as well, you're ready to bring in more business, bring in more leads, get more contracts. So it's probably time for you to start advertising and marketing. Marketing and then advertising. So what does that mean, right? How do people find you? There's many ways, and we will continue to go through those as we go ahead from here, but I wanted to start with a few and some of the basics. And some you might be familiar with, but maybe haven't really considered it as an option for you. I'd like you to look into those because they are great. So the first one that I wanted to talk about was your local newspapers and your local magazines. So the flyers that come in, the newspapers that come in, maybe they're left at the bottom of your driveway, or the magazines that come in the mail, those kinds of things. We have a number of local ones that I look through, and I'm actually a little more fond of the newspaper version than the magazine ones. So the newspaper ones, let's talk about those really quick. First, you need to call and see kind of what their pricing is like. They're going to vary depending on the size and maybe even how long you run it. So the other day I was looking through it. I looked through all of that stuff, and we need to have a couple of things done here at the house. I don't know anyone that specifically does these items, or we've tried other people and haven't been satisfied. So we're looking for somebody that might redo our bathtub. Instead of ripping it out, maybe we'll just see if we can have it, reglazed, or I think they call it, something like that. There was actually someone in that newspaper that time that I was looking that does that. I'm absolutely going to call that person. I will probably look for a couple other people so that I can get an idea of what the pricing is and that kind of thing. But it was right there. I will absolutely save that. There was somebody else. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it was, but I even collect those. So if I can't find somebody, or if I want to, increase the number of people that I call to get rates and stuff, I will absolutely use our newspaper still. Newspapers are not dead. So you can do the same thing with the local magazines. They might be a little pricier. They're often in color, right? Their subscription rate might be a little bit larger. So you really need to call and see what those rates are like. But those are absolute options. So you've done those. Now maybe you want to consider your business associations. Get out there and start networking. Look at meetups, that kind of thing. I have some others listed in the blog article that goes along with this. And start mingling with people in your community. One of the greatest parts about being in the painting industry and any of the other home service professional services, you're local. So that's awesome. You get to mingle with your community. They love you. They will use you. They will refer you. And going to business associating meetings, thought I turned that off. Going to business association meetings will, get your face out there, give you more brand awareness, make that something that you commonly go to, and it's a great way to continue the referral portion of your business. And sometimes they'll have directories that you can put your information into, and a lot of people in those groups will look to people inside their own group first before they go outside and look for, other help. People that they know, right? It's like expanding your neighborhood, expanding your community. So then there's always social media, and I do think you should be on there. And that is, it's why I'm here. I think it's important. People are looking to know who they are hiring before they even hire you. So, I'm looking at Anderson Painting, and my neighbor referred me. Okay, that's great. I'll call them up. In the meantime, maybe I don't even want to call them. It depends who you are. I'm going to go and see what their website looks like. I'm going to see what they're doing online. Maybe they even talk about their process, because that is interesting to me. As a homeowner, I have paid somebody to paint my home before, and I don't know, what was that, 3 years ago? And some of the paint around the bottom is already coming off. I will definitely not be calling them back. So if you are talking and you're getting reviews on your social media, you can post how great you are. That is, I can't tell you how awesome that is, because people want to trust you, and that is going to help build that link of trust between you and your client long before you are hired. It's vital, really. Post pictures of you guys, post pictures of the work that you do, the homes that you do. It really sends that home that you are someone great to work with. So how do you make this advertising and the marketing most efficient and most productive? It helps to know your target market. When I was considering being a house painter, but it just wasn't going to work with our family's schedule and some of the traveling we need to do throughout the year. So I needed a career that I could do on the road as well, and that's why I came into this career. But I love these industries, so these are the people that I love to reach out to. And this is why I am talking to you today. So who do you love? And who, maybe you love, let's say, the beach. Or let's back up. I wanted to talk about my little example quick. So I was thinking about it. I've painted many houses. We've lived in a number of houses. I've painted the insides. We've never hired anyone. One house took 2 years. I did all of the trim, the baseboards after my job, and I went around and I sanded all the baseboards, and I wiped them all down, and then I primed them all, and then I painted them all 2 or 3 times because they were oak. And I've been there, I've done it, and it would have been a great career, but I couldn't lift those huge crazy ladders to do second stories. I had tried. It was exhausting. I had to bring in my husband, and he had to finish some things for me. So I always thought my target would be a ranch house. There's plenty of those. I'll do first stories, single stories, and I'll do single story businesses. Well, there's a lot of those. That was going to be a great market. So think about those kinds of things. Maybe it's things you like to do. Maybe it's your abilities, like me and the ladders, that kind of thing. I just couldn't reach on up there. So maybe you want to think, if, you people in Florida, just maybe you want to just do beach communities, go up and down the coast, thinking of that, because maybe they need specialized paint. Maybe they need you to come back more often because of the salt water, because of the humidity. So focus in on who you want to market towards. And that's how you can get your marketing and your advertising more focused towards those folks, because you're going to bring those specialties just to them. And it's a fantastic way. Now you're probably going to get other people calling you, hey, can you do blah, blah, blah. Great, yes, I can. But that's not who you're speaking to, so that you draw in your specialty. Okay? So when you're starting to do this, you also want to consider your budget. And, if you have a couple of grand that you can put towards this, $2,000, consider setting that aside, starting a list of what you'd like to work on, the areas you're going to concentrate on advertising and marketing in, and, start a spreadsheet, see what works, see how much money you executed towards it, allocated, and, just start testing and recording and seeing what works and repeating those things that work for you. And give it a couple of months, maybe give it 6 months, maybe give it a year. Can come back every month and see what's working and what's working and what's working, and repeat those kinds of things. So if you need any more help with this kind of stuff, and you probably do, because you want to get bigger and you need more help with the back end kind of stuff, look me up. Give me a little comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a message, DM me, and we can chat a little bit more about how moving your marketing and advertising forward is going to help bring in more leads for your business. Okay? So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you again next time. More marketing for painters. Talking next time. Thanks.